Sean Strickland says that if Chimaev attempts an altercation with him, where he's specifically outnumbering Sean, that Sean is going to pull out his gun and he's going to shoot each one of them. Yeah, it's a little strong. I gotta tell you, it's a little strong. And you want to know why? You want to know why it takes the playfulness out of it? Because we know that Sean carries a gun. And we also know that Chimaev is known to travel in a pack. And we also know that Sean loves to build and promote a fight, and Chimaev isn't afraid to do his end of it. Like, my point is, this coming together is more likely to happen than not to happen. So now we got the issue of the gun. Okay, stay with me on this, because I was in this exact spot. I had heat with Wanderlei Silva. Ever bit as hot as Strickland and Chimaev beef. In fact, the stories oddly resemble one another. Strickland and Chimaev met and trained with each other at Extreme Couture. I met Wanderlei Silva and trained with him at Extreme Couture. Somewhere things get off the rails. Somewhere the community really likes the idea of us fighting. Somewhere this becomes a main event in a feature match, or one that gets talked about. And I'm just sharing, like, there was a lot of parallels. And then I ended up in Brazil. And when I got to Brazil, there was a number of death threats against me. And some of them got rather specific. I remember seeing one, in fact, that discussed the body of water, the lake, that they were going to hide my body after they killed me. Like, that was one that kind of stood out, where Vinny even got a hold of me and goes, hey man, we might want to vet this one. This guy's got a timeline, and this guy's getting a little more into detail than most people. I think that we might actually have a crazy person here. All right, so I get to Brazil, and I have a security detail. And within that detail, there is bulletproof cars. There's communications. Like, these are very advanced, high elite military of Brazil that are now in the private sector, and they're doing private details, and they've got guns. I end up getting jumped. You call it jumped? I don't know what else to call it. By Wanderlei Silva and his team. A melee. Whatever happens. I've made up with Wanderlei Silva, so I want to use correct, right? But we had something. Something happens with Wanderlei and my security guy is there. My security guy's job is to make sure that this very thing doesn't happen to me. The reason that he is part of a 7-man detail that's got bulletproof vehicles and is with me 24 hours a day is to make sure that I don't get outnumbered, jumped, and beat up. And the way that he's going to make sure that that doesn't happen is he has a firearm. So this does happen. And the guy is very bothered. My security is but this handsome guy. This guy was like straight out of a movie. This guy was straight out of a James Bond movie. But when this actually happened, when the event actually happened that I'm speaking about, where I'm getting jumped, Rodrigo doesn't know what to do other than to shoot Wanderlei. Like, that's what he's trained to do. He's not trained to go out and do an armbar. He's not trained to go out and do a jab followed by a cross. He's trained to shoot. So he grabs Wanderlei, and he tells this to Wanderlei. He goes, hey, by the way, you guys jumped Chael the other day, and I'm here to protect Chael from this very thing. And I didn't do anything in that moment because I kind of froze, but if that happens again, I'm going to let my training take over, and I'm going to shoot you. And so then he comes in my room and he tells me, hey, everything's cool, man. I'm sorry about yesterday, but everything's cool. I sat down with Wanderlei. I just let him know if this happens again, I'm going to shoot him. I'm like, whoa! It was very matter of fact. I'm trying to act it out the way he did it. And this guy was very cool. This guy was very handsome. But he said like this real matter of fact, like, hey, about yesterday. Caught me sleeping on the job. Won't happen again, boss. Pull this out, put a couple slugs right in. I'm going to end that if that ever happens again. And I remember going, no, wait a minute. Whoa, wait, please. In no scenario are you to shoot Wanderlei Silva. And I literally told him this, and he's like, well, no, that's my job. These guys jumped you. These guys tried to harm you. You were out. No, this is my job. Next time I'm going to do my job. I'm like, no. Whatever it means for me, whatever happens to me, if I got to go to the hospital, whatever happens to me, let it happen to me. Promise me you will not shoot Wanderlei Silva. And we had to go through this whole thing, and frankly, I don't know how it got resolved. Like, I don't know if in his mind he was still going to shoot. All I know is that I was pleading, don't shoot Wanderlei Silva. And so I'm just pleading with Sean Strickland. Don't shoot Chimaev. Whatever happens, they walk up to you, they're using a different language, there's a few of them. Don't shoot Chimaev. And don't talk about shooting Chimaev. Like, the fun kind of comes out of it. And I had this explained to me one time by a cop. And the cop was saying that you'll always see in the media that we shut an unarmed person. Something along those lines. And the officer explained to me, there is no such thing as an unarmed person if I'm involved. Because I'm bringing the gun. Every fight that I go into involves a gun, because I brought it. And believe me, whoever gets control of that gun is going to win the altercation. Now, you take that and do with that what you want. This isn't my attempt to make a political statement, but I do remember Detective, State Police Randy Westbrook told me that. And I've never forgot it, and he's right. You have an altercation that involves a gun because you're bringing it. Whoever gets control of that gun. Do you see the problem? Let's just not bring the gun. The same as I don't want Wanderlei to get shot, I don't want Chimaev to get shot. Let's just not bring the gun. The chances of Chimaev walking up to you if he sees you are pretty strong, and the chances of him having friends with you are pretty strong. The chances of him doing anything other than using that as a promotional moment are pretty small. Let's not do the gun. Let's do the whole thing. No gun.